Welcome to Bayou Time. I'm Jacob DeGate, and my guest today, we're meeting with Clint Dempster, who's with Thibodeau Police Department, and we also have Pastor Dwayne Bland, who is the pastor at Thibodeau Family Church. We're here to talk a little bit about an event that's taking place next Tuesday, the National Night Out Against Crime. And we'll talk a little bit about what's going on with in the Lafourche Parish area. But guys, thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate you having you on. I guess, Clint, let me start out with you. Can you tell us, the reason behind this National Night Out Against Crime?
Yeah, this is actually the 39th annual Night Out Against Crime nationwide. It's a nationwide event where it's geared to, trying to combine the two together, meaning law enforcement and the community, kind of like a community building, again, games and exercises and just relationship building between the community and law enforcement.
All right, and Pastor Dwayne, I know you're putting on, I guess, one of the sites. Can you tell us, your reasons for getting involved and why you think it's important?
Well, we've always believed, in community, so this is right up our alley. It gives us the opportunity to gather those who, like we do, celebrate our first responders, law enforcement officers. And so for us, we take it on as a great honor to have law enforcement on our premises, as a community, to be able to celebrate them, especially in a culture today where that's very difficult to be found. We take great delight to be able to celebrate them.
Okay. And again, it's going to be Tuesday, October 4th, is that correct?
Yes.
Between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. I think we have a flyer here that has some of the locations that you can see. Of course, you have Thibodeau Family Church. You have 301 Highland Drive, the Thibodeau Housing Authority. You also see Bayou Buff Fire Station, Wallace Community Center, Kingdom Impact Global Worship Center. And you can read the rest of there. Ebenezer Christian Community Fellowship. Basically all throughout Lafourche. You have some in Cutoff and Lockport as well. You see there on the site. So that's next Tuesday, October 4th. Now, Clint, let me ask you, I guess, the importance of going out and meeting the community. Can you tell us, what kind of benefit does that have to the police department?
Yeah, look, I can't, talk more about this event and how important it is. Not only this event, but all the events we do. But this one is very important to our community. Over the course of the year, we look forward to it coming up every year. I know the last couple of years we kind of got set back between Hurricane Ida and COVID, and so we kind of itching to get back into it. But it's definitely a great event that brings the community together. But the most important thing we see is that it allows our younger generations, the juveniles, to participate in something in a positive light, to know that law enforcement is there to help you, to be your friend, and that we're actually good people. And there's also an opportunity for the parents to get their children out to do something positive in the community. All too often we hear about, juvenile crimes, especially lately. We hear about, juveniles involved in so much of the negative things, but it's our responsibility as community leaders, law enforcement, and of course parents, to take these juveniles and bring them into positive situations and expose them into situations like this where they understand that there's more to life than just crime, so which is why we try to promote it as much as possible and try to get as many people to attend it as possible. And again, we have two different sites in the city. One is, of course, at Pastor Bland's Church on North Canal Boulevard, and the other one is at our Thibodeau Housing Authority office. So we try to kind of put it on both ends of the city to where, if someone, don't have transportation to get to the north end, they could always go to the one on the west side.
All right. And what can people, expect at the locations when they show up?
So you're going to have a mix of things. Of course, Pastor Bland and his crew, they're going to be cooking, and there's going to, same with the police department, we're going to have free food for the public. We're going to have a K-9 demonstration that we're going to be doing for the public. The fire department's going to be there. And then Pastor Bland and them are always great with doing a whole mix of different games, for the kids. Him and his wife kind of put together obstacle courses, bounce houses, just a whole mix of different games for the kids to enjoy and do.
All right. And Pastor, can you tell us, I know you said a little bit about it. It's important to recognize the law enforcement officers in the area and support them for all the good that they do for the community as well.
Yeah, I was raised in a different generation where, we were told we could trust our police officers or our first responders, and today that's been put into question. And so it's with great honor that we are able to gather together as a church, but also more importantly as a community. And this is a Clint will testify. It's a real diverse group of people that show up, and we all are there for one purpose. And it's not just for the food or the activities; it's to be together and to celebrate those who protect us. So once again, I want to reawaken the good that's there. And we have a tendency to point out the bad quite often. And we know there's some bad things that take place. But far, far more, there's great people that serve us. And we need to recognize that and not just throw everything out.
Yeah, and they have people that go out every single day that they go and they fight crime, and they do things to not, I guess, increase the violence in the community. It's important to have them. We thank y'all, all the police officers out
Yes,
there.
thank you.
And we thank y'all both for coming on tonight to join us. And that's next Tuesday, October 4th, National Night Out Against Crime. Stay tuned for more right here on HTV.